My name is Jack, it is Sunday, you're on YouTube, and so obviously it's time for this week's vlog. This topic is something that's a little more personal to myself, and a lot of people may not be able to relate to this. My school is putting on a production of Shrek the Musical, and I have been cast as Princess Fiona. So I'm going to talk about what it's like being a guy and playing a chick. Now, already in acting, there is an understanding that you are not your character. The people on stage at The Lion King aren't actually lions. The people in Newsies don't actually sell newspapers. Or they might. I don't know their personal lives. And Idina Menzel is not green. So there is an understanding there that actors are not their characters. I also apply that to myself, not only in terms of personality and mannerisms, but in terms of gender. As far as being in production, we already refer to each other as our characters. So as far as pronouns go and names during production, I don't think of people as referring to me as myself, they're referring to me as Fiona. And so that's okay. My director, actually the other day during rehearsal, clarified that. And I really appreciate that about her. She said, I'm not referring to you, I'm referring to your character. I'm like, bruh, we good, we good. And even if there wasn't that understanding there, I would have that understanding with myself. In acting, in all roles, there's a detachment of yourself from the character that has to happen. And it did catch me off guard a little bit. As soon as we stop rehearsing, people go back to seeing me as a guy. And that's something I can appreciate and something I did not expect. I came out at a really weird time in production. It was after casting and before we had started rehearsal. So I'm sure there was still kind of that unspoken question of, does he want another role? But no, that is not the case at all. I relate to Fiona very heavily. All of her life, she's been trying to shove herself into this story, this fairy tale box of what a princess should be. All my life, I've been trying to shove myself into this fairy tale box of what a girl should be. Even now, I find myself trying to make more masculine decisions. And that is something that affects both me and Fiona, is this weird box of what you're supposed to be. Towards the end of the musical, Fiona does eventually figure out that she is weird. She is sweetness, she is sassy, she's bratty, she's a fatty, she's a mess of contradictions in a dress. I'm a mess of contradictions in a t-shirt. But she's not everything a princess is supposed to be. Just like I'm not everything a guy is supposed to be. Supposed to be. And at the end of the day, it is acting. It is a role in a production. A very fun role, a very important role, a role that I wanted very much and I still cannot believe I have. Wow. But it is acting, and it is fun. If you liked this video, please do that. Physically like it. That means a great deal to me. If you want to hear more of what I have to talk about, please subscribe as well. Videos every Sunday. I've been consistent so far. If you have something that I have not spoken about yet and you would like to hear me talk about, please comment, drop me a line. There's my Twitter, there's my Tumblr, there's my Instagram, I think. And check out my other videos if you haven't already. Click the link to my channel. Have a good week, everybody. I will see you next Sunday.